Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m. in the morning, worried that you might run out of money in retirement because you'll spend it all on long-term care and end up in a nursing home broke? Well, if that worry comes up for you, you're in the right place because we have a solution for you. I have guest Michael A. Babiars with me, and he's going to give you some tips and techniques for this very question. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Let me give you a very preliminary tip. And there's a lot of different things that can be looked at in the whole context of long-term care, nursing homes, how they're paid for, and how folks can make sure that they can get adequate care while still making sure that their family is cared for as well, that they don't leave behind a family destitute and unable to manage in the community. But one of the first things that's key, especially if a nursing home is imminent for you, a family member, is to understand the agreement that you make when you actually admit someone to a nursing home. Because when you do wind up in that situation, there's going to be a contract. And that contract is going to have a lot of different provisions to it. It's going to have a lot of language to look at. You should know that from my experience, I have seen where nursing homes sometimes have provisions within their contracts that are outdated, they're old, some of them are unenforceable. So it's very important for you to understand, read, and review that contract, because here's the key. Signing that contract could be one of the biggest financial decisions you may ever make in your lifetime. So it's very, very important to understand what that contract says, what you or your loved one is essentially signing up for when they wind up being admitted to that particular facility.
Well, thank you for that information. Would you mind sharing a bit about yourself with the audience?
Sure, of course, because as I mentioned in my answer to your question, I've seen a lot of different nursing home contracts and so forth. And the reason for that is because I spent 25 plus years in private practice as an attorney in the suburbs of Chicago. And one of my areas of concentration was elder law, in addition to asset protection planning, estate planning, estate administration, and even some corporate and business matters and transactions. And although I'm retired from practice of law, prior to that, and actually continuing to the present day, I've done a lot of teaching as well. I've taught as an adjunct professor at a local college, created and taught adult education programs, and still create and teach programs for private schools and also for corporate trainings. And so, although as a retired attorney, I don't give legal advice anymore, of course, that's not what this is to your audience anyway, but I can still and love to teach and to educate and to help people understand complex topics, of which, of course, the whole nursing home conundrum is one. But I hope that the little bit of tip I gave your audience today is helpful to them. And I know you have some ways for them to get a lot more in depth on that topic and many others in the whole asset protection realm.
Absolutely. And our motto is plan early, plan often. And really, if you have less than $1 or billions of dollars, these are things that you really, really need to understand because it could potentially save you down the road. And to that end, we have a course, Protect Yourself and Your Assets. You can find information below on this course. And so go ahead and look below the video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you can receive and be notified of future videos that we will be producing on this topic. And there will be lots more. So I want to thank you for tuning in to this video and look forward to seeing you on the next. And Michael, thank you for joining me on today's show.